Good morning. I'm Natasha. This is Always Be Crafting, and I'm in the car at a red light. More specifically, this is going to be my intro for Daily Makes November, November 10th. It is Sunday. I am on my way to work. Had to make sure the red light didn't turn green. I've turned the camera on now while I'm driving to work because I want to talk about my day ahead, because obviously I'm on my way to teach. So I'm going to go, I only have one class on Sunday mornings, and it's usually just a lovely, lovely morning, right? One of my families emailed me, or actually text messaged, I don't know that it matters, that they would not be there today because the mom of the family, they have like an 11-month-old daughter. She texted to say, "I'm so sorry, we're going to miss class this week. My mom passed away unexpectedly." And that's brought up a lot for me because I lost my mom when my youngest was 11 months old. And it was rather unexpected as well. And my heart's broken for her in a million different ways because she's a young mom and now she is raising a daughter and she's gonna be missing out on all those opportunities to ask for advice or ask for comfort. And she has lost so much so quickly. And I know that because I've lost so much. And anyways, it's got me thinking, and I've, the deep thoughts. And today, while I'm always crafting, because you gotta always be crafting, today's crafting is going to be very quiet, and it's going to be a lot of, I think, self-care crafting. I am going to probably do a lot of cleaning, catch up on laundry, that sort of thing. And I think I'm going to stay upstairs in my son's room sewing on my featherweight, because my featherweight sewing machine is the sewing machine my mom had given me when I was, 16. It was not my first sewing machine. My first sewing machine I think I got when I was 12. I don't even remember what it was. I remember being not as excited as my mom wanted me to be about my first sewing machine. My mom was a sewist, so I grew up around sewing machines, and she probably had 17 sewing machines when she passed away. We lost count, honestly. So sewing machines were just such a normal part. Like, of course you had sewing machines, and sometimes of course you had multiple sewing machines because there was always a reason. And the featherweight was a big deal, I remember, when I was 16, because featherweights, if you don't know about featherweight sewing machines, they are highly sought after and they can get very expensive. The Singer Corporation made them during World War II, basically. They started, I think, in the 30s, and I think they continued through the 50s. I'm not sure exactly of all the specific dates. Mine, I believe, is from 1944, I think, is the year my featherweight kind of came into existence. So, and my mom found it at a garage sale, and she paid $25 for it. And it had all sorts of attachments. It had its ruffler attachment. It had its original book. It had its original cord. It was amazing. Things have been replaced. Things have been, fixed. I had to fix the foot pedal and electrical thing on it since then, because, I was 16 years old. I'm now 49. So I've had it for 33 years. And, I just thought about that. 33 years. I was 33 when my mom died. So, thinking about numbers right now. And my son is 16. Look at that. Anyways, driving into the garage now, so things are going to get dark. And my fuel light just came on. Ugh. We have to get gas right after I leave work. Okay, so a lot of talking. But anyways, I'm going to focus today, I think, a lot on self-care. And I think that's important because it's been a rough week. If you've watched any of my videos this week, you've seen me dealing with allergies. You can still hear it because it went into my throat. And even though I'm no longer dealing with the nasal component anymore, I'm breathing clearly. The stuff still ran down the back of my throat, and I still have the raspy, gravelly sound, and that usually lasts a couple days until that clears out. So I have to sing through this, which stinks, but it's not life-threatening. And I'm gonna just slow down today because I think we all need to slow down and appreciate what we have and be thankful for what we've had in the past, what we have to look forward to. And there's always room for gratitude. And I teach at a hotel. Sorry, I totally distraction, but I teach at a hotel, and I'm driving up the garage, obviously, and this couple just came out with their 2 little dogs, and they're so cute. So they're obviously checking out because they have their baggage and whatever. Anyways, cute dogs. Okay, so yes, gratitude. Yes, I'm grateful for seeing those cute little dogs. They're so adorable. What's not to love? All right, I'm going to be grateful. I get to go teach because I am healthy enough to teach. I'm not spreading germs. I may not sound my best, but I'm not a germ spreader. I get to be with whoever is there today, whoever was able to wake up this morning and get to class today. I get to be with them. I get to sing with my community. I get to share the love of music with my little music making community. And then I get to go home to a warm house where there is electricity and running water, and I am safe, and my family is there. I mean, obviously the kid at college is at college, but my teenager will be there, probably building one of his model kits. He's already built 2. If you've been here before, you heard me mention that I had to give up my desk in the basement so he could build his model kits this weekend. And so he's happy. My husband's there. My clean laundry is there. Yay, folding. So anyways, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this channel. I'm grateful for people who've been commenting. Thank you so much. Thank you for interacting with me. Thank you for just being there. And I'm just so grateful that I've had so much luck in my life. I was raised by an amazing mom. Yeah, it sucked that she died so early and so young. It sucked. It was the worst feeling in my life. It sucked when my dad died. I felt orphaned before I was even 40 years old because I lost both my parents in my 30s. But I know so many people who, lost their parents much younger. There are a lot of people who've had a lot worse. I am grateful that I had them for the time I had them. I'm grateful for everything they gave me, all the love they gave me, and that's all we can do, right? I'm lucky. I'm very lucky. I am a very lucky woman. So, all right, enough blabbing. Thank you for being here this morning, and we'll see what I make on my featherweight today to honor my mama. Hi again. It is now 6:15 at night. It's Sunday night, and we've had an amazing day. We had a surprise visit from an old friend. He's just a great guy. He lives out of town. He lives in California, and it's like such a long story of how we know him. He's like in his 30s, but he babysat for us way back when, so the kids love him. I mean, the kids absolutely adore him, and we adore him. And he's got this amazing career out in California, and he's doing comedy, and he's writing, and he's just doing lots of cool stuff. And he flew in, I don't know if it was very last moment, but he flew in to like surprise his dad for his birthday or something. And then he surprised us, and I'm so happy that we were just at home doing laundry. In my case, my husband was working on something. But yeah, so we had a couple of hours of just such a delightful way to spend a couple hours, catching up with an old friend. And yeah, I know I was talking about gratitude earlier, and I'm just really grateful for that connection, So you've seen me sewing. I've had the speedy sewing, and I was working on, I don't have everything in here. I'm in my bedroom. It's like my wedding picture back there, and diffuser and blinds. I'm sitting in my relaxing chair. The TV's behind you, so I can like chill out at night. Anyways, I was making some of the dreidel bunting tonight because I had some fabric. I'd brought some fabric upstairs because I decided, since I turned my older son's room into a temporary sewing room, I thought, okay, now what's something I can do that I need to do for my craft fairs that's easy? And I thought, you know what? I can work on my dreidel bunting upstairs because I can do like one a night or something. But I ended up working on 2 of them tonight. And the last thing I have to do is cut apart the sticks. So the last thing you would have seen is me marking up these diamonds, right? So I took the fabric, I'll cut some apart, and then I had a little rectangle that I traced out twice and then sewed around twice. And then those are getting cut apart into what will be the stick of the dreidel spinner, right? So these will get turned inside out. Now, the first ones you saw, I had done them in the diamond shape. And then if you noticed, I turned the fabric to be more square shaped. I didn't do the diamond. What I found was my blue fabric wasn't quite as big, so my rectangles weren't going to fit. The reason I was doing them at the diamond is because I was going with the grain of the fabric. Because the way the fabric was folded, I had triangles cut out. So now these are on the bias. So I'm not sure how these are going to come out. We're going to find out right now. Let's cut at least one set apart and turn them inside out, because if I'm going to have a problem, I can't imagine it being a big deal, right? Usually we go with the grain of the fabric so we don't have stretch. But if these stretch a little bit, it's just a little teeny tiny stick, right? No big deal. So here it is. Oh, sorry. Here it is. Can you see how the grain of the fabric is now going at a diagonal? That's called the bias. So, and on this white fabric, you can see the grain of the fabric. Hold on, can you see it? Ooh, the light might not be good enough. Well, it might be worse. I don't know. Anyways, that's why I was cutting them out of the diamond shaped originally, was because I was going with the grain of the fabric. And then ultimately I just said, well, we're just going to try it. We're going to turn that diamond on its axis, I guess. Turn it, knock it over, make it a square. And we're going to see how this comes out. Now, because I'm upstairs and I didn't bring all my tools, I actually have a letter opener. It's a little sharp, so I have to be very careful poking out my corners so I don't poke through. I'm using a letter turner. I know, it's a little dangerous, right? But you know what? Sometimes you just got to work with what you got. Some people, we always say don't use scissors because scissors really have that very pointy tip. I'm not sure a letter opener is much safer than a pair of scissors, but it's got a rounded end also. So that feels like a little safer. Anyways, here it is turned inside out. It needs a good ironing, a good pressing, but I think it's going to be okay. And plus this part goes up inside the string to hold the bunting. So I don't think you're even going to notice. I think it's going to be just fine. So I'm going to turn those right side out, cut them apart, turn them inside out, press them. But I'm done filming for tonight. It's been a lovely day. It's been a lovely Sunday. I've done some sewing. I hung out with my family. I hung out with a friend. And now we've ordered dinner because we often order dinner on Sundays. We generally cook Monday through Thursday. We usually cook on Saturdays. Did we cook last night? I think we did leftovers. No, I cooked last night. Gosh, I can't even remember. Who am I? Where am I? What did I do? I cooked last night. Okay. Well, kind of cooked. It was like a combination of cooking and leftovers because it was pasta, but then leftover Chinese. Anyways, you don't need to know this. This is what happens when I'm tired. I'm blah, 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 blah. But on Sundays, we tend to order because it's like lazy Sunday. So we save ordering out for Fridays and Sundays as like our treat nights. Because Friday we generally eat out we have friends over. And we almost always order out with our friends. Sometimes we do make it like a special cooking night. But we always have friends over on Fridays. And we usually just like take turns picking who gets to choose where we order from. So everyone gets like their favorite in the rotation. Anyways, so we ordered out. Food's on the way. My husband and I are going to watch a movie. So I need to edit this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being with me. And if you are a veteran, thank you very much for your service. Tomorrow is Veterans Day. And if you're a family member of a veteran, thank you for your service. Thank you for supporting them. Everything we can do to support the people that take care of us and protect us and fight for us. I really hope that with everything else going on in the world, I really hope that we can keep that the way it's been. I really hope that that can continue the way it's been. Yeah, not going to get into everything. Keep it positive, staying grateful, attitude of gratitude. I'll see you guys tomorrow.